White Knight Chronicles is the latest high-profile role-playing game to land exclusively on the PlayStation 3, and we here at PS Insider are bringing you an in-depth video review. The story's two main characters are a princess and a boy with a childhood crush. It's the princess's birthday, and she hasn't spoken in 10 years since her mother was murdered. Leonard is just a villager who works at the local winery, and he's delivering wine to the birthday party. The party's interrupted by General Dragus. He's actually the man that was responsible for murdering her mother, and he also decides to murder her father as well. To make a long story short, Leonard gets the White Knight, the princess gets kidnapped, and Leonard vows to use the knight to rescue her. The group that you'll be traveling with is an interesting bunch of people. The character you created befriended Leonard at the winery in the beginning of the game. A female friend from the village also decides to tag along. You also have an old man with a secret past, and the reckless son of an emperor. There are others that will also join your group when you reach different locations. Some are there to help you fight, some are there to help you find your way, and others have their own ulterior motives altogether. The audio and visuals in the game were simply stunning. You can tell a lot of time and effort went into creating some of those cutscenes. And while I wish I had more time to show you a lot of them, here is just a little sneak peek of what's in the game.
That is the free city of greed.
Not just anyone can use the knight's armor. The knight itself is actually a pact made between two souls, the soul of a human and that of the armor itself. And by making that pact, only that human can carry the knight's arc around. No one else can even touch it. When you first get to fight as the knight, everything seems fun and exciting, but the more bosses you face, the more repetitious the combat system feels. I found myself going from using a variety of attacks to using one strong single attack over and over again on the boss until either my MP ran out or the boss was dead. The Black Knight is one of the main antagonists in the storyline. He's actually one foe that you'll face many times throughout the game. Each time he gets a little stronger and a little more difficult to beat. While the Knight's combat system seems a bit basic and minimalistic, the regular combat system makes up for that by having a far more advanced and in-depth system. Each group member has a total of 21 individual action slots that you're going to have to fill with a variety of moves and devastating combinations. These moves and combinations are learned from the skills tree. Within the skills tree, you can learn divine magic to heal, elemental magic to fight with the elements, and there's also a wide variety of weapons trees that you can study. Now, only certain users can study certain weapons, but there are still a good variety of weapons for each user to train on. Irregardless of how many members are in your party, you can only have 3 combatants at any given time and can only control one character at a time in battle. You can, however, switch between characters in battle and switch between your combatant list in between battles. Of course, you shouldn't let that stop you from creating your very own custom list of combat moves, combinations, and tactics for each individual character, as they all have something special to offer. Character creation, which happens at the very beginning of the game, offers a wide variety of attributes that you can change and edit to make your avatar look just the way you want it. Just make sure that is the way you want it, because there's no editing it after you start your journey. You can log into the PSN store and download a $5 token to change it one time, but it's only a one-time edit, so get used to the character because he's in it for the long haul. Finally, we have the GeoNet. The GeoNet is the name for the online realm in White Knight Chronicles. For a small amount of gold, you can buy yourself a deed and actually create your own village. With materials that you've gathered out on quests, you can build buildings and other structures to help you further develop your property. Once you've finished creating your property, you simply upload it to the GeoNet, and now you and your friends have a place where you can gather up and go on online quests together. You could also just hang out and talk with up to 12 people in the rooms and browse the local goods, as each one is unique to how the town is built. Two of the more important stats in the GeoNet are the guild rank and the property level rank. Your property level rank goes up each time you develop your property, and sometimes a higher guild rank is required to further the development. The guild rank is the rank you receive for completing quests, and you can't go on to complete harder quests with better loot without ranking up first. In my personal opinion, the online is the strongest value to this game. While the storyline is very good, the boss battles are just okay, but the online play is so expansive and immersive that it will give you literally hundreds if not thousands of hours of replayability. I'd like to finish by saying thank you for watching this video review from PlayStation Insider.